Okay, so Thanksgiving is just around the corner. And so I don't know that I would do that at an ASL, but I thought it'd be fun to say that it's just around the corner because that's what hearing people say. It's just around the corner. And this means around the corner is close by. It's just like right there. And I've done that one before. But I would say, I mean, if a deaf person, it would be Thanksgiving soon. F hand shape and it's on your chin is soon. So there are four topics. Remember, we did quotations. It could be a topic, it could be an issue. So there's four topics that are really taboo, right? This is kind of like illegal or forbidden or something to that concept. So we'll say that a taboo would be in there. It's not illegal, but it's something that you don't want to discuss or get into an argument. This is when this is arguing, but this is when it blows up. I always like to do that ending part because that's usually what an argument does. This is a discussion, so that's a little bit different. So the first one, of course, is politics. So people get really upset and they argue about that because of the Republicans, the Democrats, and who won and what's going to happen in the future and why that's wrong. And they go into all the different details or the points that each party was either for, to support, or against, support or against. So that's why you don't do politics, because you don't want to get into an argument. And I mean, if someone says something about politics or what is your belief or how did you vote, say, oh, I don't want to discuss that right now. Maybe later, not in a family, setting. Not with a family all get together. So a family setting would be a family get together, all coming together. And the second thing is, no, not religion, it's weight. So we talked about that. So not, they'll say, oh, you've gained weight. They can say gain, you've gained weight. It increases, gained weight. Or they can say, deaf people will say, oh, you look, you know, and you're going, okay, thanks so much for noticing. Or they'll say, oh, you're skinny. You're skinny. You've lost weight. Are you sick? And that's what deaf people will say. Oh, if you've lost weight and you've been working at it, like say for months before you all gather for the family, and you've lost weight, and so you're ready to eat because you've lost weight, and they'll say, oh, are you sick, you? I've heard that someone said, she had worked really hard to lose weight. And then she stood up and said, hey, she said, I am losing weight. I'm on a program. And she said, on purpose, I'm losing weight. And so, no, I am not sick. Because that's what people tend to think if it's just like a sudden weight loss. Or if it's just really quick, they haven't seen you in a few months, and then suddenly you're 30, pounds lighter, then they'll want to know if you're sick. So anyway, so they may want to discuss weight, and you're going, yeah, and then move forward or whatever. So, and the third one is money. And what do they normally say? How much did it cost, or how much did you spend, or how much did you pay? So you could do pay, how much did it cost? You bought, when you bought that, how much did you spend on that house, or that boat, or the RV, or the new car? A new car, it loses its value, or whatever. They can discuss that, you probably should have gotten something cheaper, I mean, did that backwards. You probably should have gotten something cheaper. You have children or whatever. And so when people, talk about, how much did you spend on something, or how much did that cost, or how much did you pay? You might have to say, oh, I don't want to talk about that now at the dinner table or whatever. Or they may say, like, if someone has a profession, new profession, like they're a doctor or maybe they're a manager or something, they'll say, oh, How much do you money and rake in, right? Money and bring in. How much do you make now? Oh, because maybe they want to like brag on you or whatever. How much money do you make? Instead of make. Um, Now. And then you say, oh, I don't want to talk about that because you don't want people wanting to borrow money from you, right? Because maybe you had bought the new house and you can't afford anything more. So they'll probably ask you, how much do you make? So we don't say make, how much money do you make? Make is something that you're creating. So if it's money, it's always the sign for money, like you're holding your bills in your hand, and then when you bring it in, it's wages, bring it in, something like that. You're gathering in that money. So you can have low wages. So it doesn't really matter if it's a high wage or a low wage job. This is money that's you're gathering in. Some people say, oh, they'll put like imaginary, like they're emptying their pockets and there's nothing in there, oh, nothing, I'm poor or whatever. So nothing, see, you have nothing. But so there's, they'll ask in different ways. Oh, my cousin said you bought a new house. How much did you pay for that? Or how much did it cost? With the X handshake, cost. Oh, and then here's the fourth one. Family planning, right? Many people say, oh, when are you going to have, kids and children? You could do children patting the heads. You could also do kids. I've seen both sides. When are you going to have children? When are you going to have kids? And either one is acceptable, and they're both used on a regular basis. So most of the time, if you don't have children, they say, oh, when are you going to have children? Or, oh, you can't have children, or is that why you help so many people is because you can't have children? I had someone tell me that they decided not to have children, and so there was one family member that said, oh, you can't have, so you decide to help other people. And no, so people will get into all this kind of your nosiness in your business. They're nosy, wanting to know, or they may say, oh, you're still single, you don't have that many years left to have children, right? The older people will say that. Or sometimes it's the parents, they want, grandchildren. So they'll say, oh, when are you going to have children? Are you going to have any more? Or just one? Or whatever. Or you need to get married so you can have children. Something like that. There's always that type of topic, so to speak. So they said that if they're like still single, the other person could say, well, I'm just happy where I am now, or I've not found anyone. But if you say that, then they'll say, oh, I know someone, and I'll introduce you, or whatever. So you may want to say, I've not found anyone yet, or we want to wait until we're in a better financial, see, this is money. You can say money situation or financial situation. Either one of those would work. This is very English, initialized, but a money situation, or something like that. So just be careful how you answer. So, but those are the 4 topics that not to really discuss during the holidays. And since Thanksgiving is soon, right around the corner, you gotta have to have some kind of play on signs, right? So it says that if you are the person that is, people are asking. So here's a question. You're drawing a question mark in the air. So if I'm asking you a bunch of questions, question, or if someone's asking me a bunch of questions, right? So it's directional. I want to interview you, or I want to ask you a bunch of questions, or they're asking me all these questions. So it's directional. You could just say, I don't want to discuss that right now. I just want to enjoy, family time and not get involved with that discussion. You can say that. They said that if if someone that you hear that and they're uncomfortable answering, you can say, oh, let's discuss that at another time. We're kind of busy just wanting to know what everyone's doing right now or what they're up to. It's like, oh, how's school, or how is work, or you can ask different things about that, but not those four. So let's just have fun. Let's watch the football game, or let's go outside and play, or let's get some card games going on, or dominoes. Dominoes is when you're kind of, how you shuffle the dominoes. That's the sign for dominoes. Something like that. Or we have a puzzle. You could do puzzle, or puzzle where you're putting it together, a puzzle, how you put it together. You could do it, use your other hand to help you put the other puzzle piece together. So anyway, because there's different perspectives, and if people bring it up, they say, oh, I don't want to discuss that, I don't want to get into an argument right now, or whatever, or I prefer to keep that private, like if it's politics or family planning, just say, oh, I just prefer to keep that private right now. I can discuss it with you later, or whatever you might want to say, but just do it, easy, gently, and don't say, I don't want to talk about that now, because then they're all going to get into an argument, right? So sometimes it's better to have a small Thanksgiving dinner as opposed to a big family gathering. But sometimes a big family gathering is good, because you can just decide that you want to chat with just one specific cousin, or nephew or niece or whatever, that you can have more of a one-on-one with different family members. Or if it's an older family member, you can just kind of discuss, and they love to kind of look back in time and reminisce and discuss those things. So you could ask those questions instead of those four, which is politics, money, weight, and your family planning decisions. So anyway, have fun, practice these, discuss it with your hearing friends and deaf friends. And if you see someone like in the grocery store or Walmart or wherever, and you see someone signing, if you want to practice and just say, hi, my name is, you don't have to do is, they'll know you're just learning. So hi, my name, if I can get it in correct order, hi, my name, and then you just spell it, and spell it pretty slowly. And so, and then they go, oh, hi, you know sign, I'm just learning, or whatever. And then they'll just be happy to see someone else trying to do that, and they'll encourage you. So, and then you can say, oh, I'm looking for some coffee, or I'm looking for whatever aisle you're on. Like one day I was at the grocery store, and I was on the aisle for the laundry detergent, soap, laundry detergent. And I was looking to see which one that I was trying to get, and they go, oh, sorry, and I go, oh, no big deal, I'm just looking, and they go, oh, sign. And so that's how you introduce sometimes yourself. You don't have to go, oh, hi, my name, and then spell it. So and deaf people, they don't use is. So I would try not to use that one, because they know you're very English. But if you're slow and you're awkward, they know that you're learning anyway. So just have fun and practice. And I will see you later. Bye.